Hi everyone, in this video we are going to discuss another ISC Computer Science theory question that is taken from the ISC Computer Science board examination question paper the year 2020, and the topic is taken from the string. The question goes like this: a class mix has been defined to mix two words character by character in the following manner. The first character of the first word is followed by the first character of the second word, and so on. So the first character of the first word followed by the first character of the second word. Then the second character of the first word followed by second character of the second word, and so on. So if the words are of different length, then the remaining characters of the longer word are put at the end of the final word. For example, if you are taking an input jump one word and stroll another word. Now here, take the first character from the first word, so J, then followed by the first character from the second word, it's S. So J and S. Then second character from the first word followed by second character from the second word, so U followed by T. So like that. But here stroll is longer than jump, so it's having two more characters than jump. So at the end, after mixing character by character from both the words, now we can have all the remaining characters in the longer word stroll at the end of the final string. Now this question is expecting you to create methods and functions in the class. So now let us create the class mix. So now I am creating a class mix, and this mix is going to have some data members. So it has two data members. One is the word, that is the word to be stored or the word to be mixed. Second one is the length of that word to be mixed. So these are the two data members of this class mix. Now let us open the mix class in BlueJ, right, and remove the existing content. Now the class mix is written. Now the first thing is you have to declare the data members. So the question asks you to create two data members. One is word, it's a string, and another one is the len, which is an integer variable that stores the length of the word given in that class. So string word. So this is the first data member, and then integer len, this is the second data member. Now what's next is the data member functions. So first member function is mix. Mix is actually its name of the member function is similar to the name of the class, so we can guess that it's a constructor, and this constructor is a default constructor that is used to initialize the data members with legal initial values. So legal initial values for the string is actually for legal initial value for string is actually empty. So set of double quotes without content, so that is empty string, and for integer it is 0. So now let us create a default constructor in our class mix without any parameter, and this constructor is going to initialize the data members word, okay, with empty, that's a legal initial value for a string, and len with an initial value 0, that's a legal initial value for an integer variable. Now what's next is we have to write a method feed word. So feed word is defined to accept the word in uppercase, and it is not going to return anything, and it is not getting any parameter. Simply its purpose is to accept the character, the string as input, or the sentence as input, or especially the word as input. So here it asks you to accept the word in uppercase, but you cannot expect the user to enter the characters in uppercase. Instead, after getting the characters from the user, it may be in uppercase or lowercase, we have to convert it into uppercase. So now let us write the method feed word. So void feed word is written. Now its definition is actually to accept the word as input. So in that case, if you want to accept a word as input from the user, first you require a scanner object to be used. So scanner in equal to new scanner of system dot in. Now if you want to use the scanner class in your program, you have to import scanner class into your program. So you have to import the util package that is containing the scanner class into your program. Now next is you have to accept the string or the word as input from the user. So which method of scanner to be used to accept a single word as input from the user? That is next method. So next is accepting a single word as input from the user, and it should be called with an object of the scanner class which is already created in the method, and assign it to the data member word. Now as the question expected, we cannot say the user to enter in uppercase, but after getting the word from the user, we can convert it into uppercase. So let us convert the word into uppercase by using to uppercase method and store the result back into word. Now the word is converted into uppercase. So the purpose of the feed word is now over, and let us move to the next method. Next method is void mix word of mix p comma mix q. So it is a core method. This is the method that is going to implement the sole purpose of this program. That means accepting two words and mixing the characters from both the words and forming a new word. So here it's not accepting the words directly, it's accepting two objects of type mix. So it's accepting the objects of mix as parameter. So every object contains one word member. Initially we have to create two objects of type mix, and we have to initialize the word within that object, and then we have to pass that objects as the parameters to this mixed word function. So now let us write the mixed word function. So mixed word is not returning anything, so void mix underscore word, that's the name of the method, and then it is taking two parameters, both are objects of the class mix. So mix p comma mix q. So it's very important that if you are writing an ISC theory paper, you have to use the names given in the question paper for the names of the functions or variables, whatever. So you have to use the prescribed names in that particular question paper. So that's why we are using the mix word as it is in the method name, and mix of p, mix p and mix q are the objects mentioned in the question paper. Now let us see the logic of mixing two words character by character. So the jump is of length 4 and stroll is of length 6. Now we want to take characters from both the words alternatively, and we have to mix them. In that case, we can write a for loop that will run the number of times equal to the length of or sum of the length of both the strings. So that is equal to 10. So the length of or the sum of length of both the strings or the words is actually 10, right? In that case, we can make the for loop run for 10 times, and every time it will take one character from any one of the word and add it with the final word, right? So this is what actually the logic of this question, right? Now here, if I want to go for number of times of for number of iterations of for loop equal to the sum of length of the given words, I want to know the length of words. I want to know the length of words. How can I find the length of the words? In Java, in actually in string, we have a method called length. So length is actually the function to get the length of given string. It should be called with the name of the string for which you are finding the length. So here we are having two strings, but the two strings, that means the words are available in the objects P and Q. So we cannot directly access the members word dot length, because both the objects P and Q have the word variable. So you cannot use the same name, okay, then otherwise it will create confusion. So instead we can use the object's names directly. So P dot word dot length. So P dot word is the word member of the object P, and we are finding the length of it, right? And we are going to store it into the predefined length variable or length member of the same class. So every class contains one length word, or every mixed class contains a length word or length variable that denotes the length of the word of the same class. So here p dot len equal to p dot word dot length. So now for the length of the word in object q, you have to use q dot len. Q dot len equal to q dot word dot length. Now length of both the strings are available. Now we can write the for loop. For, let me assume integer variable I, that is denoting the looping variable for this for loop, and it has to start from 0 because the first index of any string, first index of any string is actually 0. And as we already discussed, this for loop has to run the number of times or number of iterations equal to the sum of length of both the strings. So it has to, the I has to go till p dot len plus q dot len. The I has to start from 0 and it has to go till p dot len plus q dot len, then I plus plus. Now inside the for loop, what you want to do is you want to create a logic that is taking the characters from the words in alternative iterations and club them into the resultant word. Right, now let us see a logic here. If you see here, totally 10 iterations, and in the 10 iterations, when I is 0, right, it is taking from the first word. When I is 1, it is taking from the second word. Then when I is 2, it is taking from the first word. When I is 3, it is taking from the second word. So if it is going in this manner, we can decide that when I is when I is even, then it is taking from the first word. When I is odd, it is taking from the second word. So this is the logic we can use to take the characters from the given two words in an alternative version. Now let us check if I is even or odd. So if I modulus division by 2 equal to 0, then we can say that I is even, right? So when I is even, what you want to do, you want to take a character from the first word. So here I is going continuously, it's going continuously from 0 till 10, for example, otherwise 9, okay, 9, 0 to 9, that means 10 characters. But if you are using the IS index of accessing the characters from a particular word, it's going alternatively, so it will give a wrong result. So better we use another two variables, for example integer pi, that is initially 0, and that is denoting the index of the characters from the first word from the object p, and qi is denoting the index of the characters from the word object q. So two index variables are created, and whenever you want to extract the characters from the given word, you have to extract it from pi or qi. Whenever you extract the current character, automatically pi should be incremented by 1 to denote the next character to be extracted. Now, if I modulus division by 2 equal to 0, that means I is even, then we can take the character from the first word. How can you extract the character from the first word? The first word is the member of the object p. So p dot wrd, that is word dot char at top. Then the index of the first word, the index of the characters in the first word is denoted by PI. It is initially 0. Now you are taking the first character from the first word and we have to store it into the resultant word. Your question clearly says, in mixed word, the mixed word mixes the words of objects P and Q and stores the resultant word in a current object. So current object means the object by which you are calling this mixed word is called current object. How can you refer a current object of a method? That means an object by which this method is called within that method. That's by using this keyword. So this is denoting the object by which the method is called, okay, within that method. So if you want to access an object by which that method is called by, this actually accessed by using this keyword. So this dot p dot word, so this dot word is denoting the object of the object by which this method is called, and that member of that current object is denoted by this dot word. So this dot word equal to this dot word plus p dot caret of pa. So take a particular character from this current word, first word, and add it to the word member of this, right? It is word, okay? So word member of the current object, okay? Word member of current object, right? Now char at, so p dot word dot caret, p dot word dot caret, yes. So the word is the member of p and you are getting the character from the current word of object p and add it to this dot word. Once you access the current character from the current word, the first word, then increment pi by 1 to denote the index of the next character to be extracted. Now the second case, if I is odd, so I is odd means I modulus division by 2 not equal to 0. When I is odd, then what I want to do, I want to take a character from the second word, but the alternating character, the corresponding character from the second word. I want to extract the corresponding character from the second word, right? So q dot word dot char at of qi. Qi is a variable meant for denoting the index of the characters from the second word. Take it and add it with the current object's word. So this dot word. So this dot word is actually concatenated with the current character from the second word, right? And store the result back into the word of the current object, right? So now increment qi by 1 to denote the index of the next character to be extracted from the word of object q. Now this will go alternatively. This will go alternatively for 10 times, okay, and it will fill the characters, corresponding characters. It will take corresponding characters from both the words and club it with the word member of the current object. For example, this. Now another constraint is given in the question. What is that? Suppose if any one of the word is longer than the other word. Here stroll is longer than jump. In that case, up to O in the stroll, right, it will mix with corresponding characters, right? But remaining two characters from this longer word stroll are there. We have to directly take them from the longer word and we have to club them with the final word. So that is what we have to do. That we have to do directly at the end of mixing the corresponding characters. So let me do that at the end. After finishing the for loop, let me do that. So either the first word can be longer or second word can be longer. In that case, let me assume that the first word is longer than the second word. So p dot len is greater than q dot len. In that case, the first word, the word in the object P is longer than the word in object Q. Okay, right? In that case, what to do? Let me take the remaining characters from the word from object P and store it into the final word. Okay, so here when P dot len is greater than Q dot len, the word member in P, object P, is longer than word member in Q. So the remaining characters from the word from object P should be extracted, right, and it should be stored into the final word. In that case, how to extract the remaining words from the given word from object P? We can use substring method. So substring is actually extracting a portion of the main string from a portion of main string, and it's returning the extracted substring, right? So where from you want to extract? From the character next to the last corresponding character in the longer word. Suppose if you are taking the example here, the last corresponding character in this longer word is O, right? Right? We want to extract the substring from the character next to the last corresponding character extracted or added, that is from L till the end, right? So now we can use the substring method with a starting index, and ending index is by default the last characters index, right? So what is the index of the next character from, or a character next to the last character, last corresponding character from the longer word or the first word? It's actually from PA. So once the current character is encountered and it is added to the resultant word, automatically this PA is incremented by 1. So now PA is denoting the character next to the um, character, last character from the second word, or sorry, second word, yes, strong, right? In that case, if you give substring of PA, then it will extract from the character next to the last corresponding character of the second word till the end of the last second word, right? And now how to call this substring? By using P dot word dot substring of PA, and store the result back into this, or add the result with the resultant word, that is this dot word. So this dot word plus P dot word dot substring of PA, and store the result into this dot word, right? So this is when the word member of P is actually longer. That means when the first word is longer. Then else here the second case is sometimes the uh, second word may be longer than the first word. In that case, what to do? Extract the remaining characters from the word member of Q from QI till end of the second word, and add it to the resultant word, this dot word, and store the result back into this dot word, right? So this dot word is equal to this dot word plus Q dot word of substring of QI. Now the remaining characters from the word 2 is extracted and added to the final word if the second word is longer than the first word. Now mixed word is almost finished, right? The concept or the logic of mixed word is almost finished. Now let us move to the next method in the same class, that is display. So display is just displaying the word of the word member of the current class. Okay, so void display, void display is displaying the word member of the current object. So system dot out dot println word is actually printed, so word is just printing the word member or the value stored into that word member in the current object. Now all the prescribed methods are over, and next your question says specify the class mix is giving the details of constructor, it is defined, then feed word, it is defined, then mixed word, it is defined, Display is also defined. Now define the main function to create objects and call the functions accordingly to enable the task. So we have to create a main function in our class. So public static void main string args. Now we want to mix two words. In that case, we require two objects containing the words. So let me create the first object mix m1 equal to new mix. And since it's a default constructor, no need to pass any arguments when you are creating object. Then second object mix m2 equal to new mix. Second object is created. Now the third object is a resultant object, or the object that is going to store the resultant word. So mix m3 equal to new mix. So now the three objects are created. Now we have to initialize the word members of m1 and m2, which are the parameters going to be passed to mix word function. So m1 dot feed word is called. Now m2 dot feed word is called. That means the word members of m1 and m2 are initialized. They are going to be the words to be mixed. Now next one is the core method to be called. That means the mix word function to be called by passing m1 and m2 as parameters. But it should be called by using the resultant object m3. So m3 is the resultant object within which the resultant word or the finally concatenated or the mixed word will be stored into. So m3 dot mix underscore word of m3 dot mix underscore word of m1 comma m2. Now by using the objects m1 and m2 which containing the pre-initialized or already defined words in them as parameters and calling by using m3. Now m3 is containing the mixed word. Let us display m1 word in m1 and word in m2, then word in m3, which is the resultant word. So m1 dot display, then m2 dot display, then m3 dot display. Right? So now as per the question, we defined all the things, all the data members, member functions, and then main function, everything. Now it's a time to compile the program and run the program. So compile, no syntax error. And now let us run the program. So it's waiting for the first string. So jump, second string stall. So if you notice it, it's showing a string index out of bound exception for PA. Okay, PA is actually going beyond the index or longest index or the length of the given string PA dot word. The same error may come for QI also. Okay, that means when you are incrementing, when you keep on incrementing at a point of time, the PA will go beyond the length of the string in object P. Like that, the QI may go beyond the length of the string in object Q. So what to do to solve this problem? We have to restrict that PI goes below the length of or beyond the length of that particular word of object P. Like that, Q should be restricted from going beyond the length of the string in object Q. So how can I do it? Is I can give a condition here. So the I should be even as well as PI should be less than the length of the given word in PI. So P dot length. So PI should be less than the length of given word in the object P, that is PI dot length. Like that, here QI should be less than the length of the string in object Q, so that is Q dot length. So we already defined P dot length and Q dot length, they are already found and stored. So PI will not go beyond this PI dot length and qi will not go beyond q dot length, right? One more thing, we can give as prescription to the user to enter a word as input. So system dot out dot println enter a word, right? So now let us compile it again and run it again. So before that, let me clear the output screen once. Okay, now let us run the code again. Enter the first word jump, second word stroll. Now if you see, the first word is jump, second word is stroll, and the clubbed or the mixed word is this one. So we hope that this program works perfectly and it is satisfying the purpose. So it is accepting words in any case and converting it into uppercase, and after that mixing the words jump and stroll with corresponding characters, and at the end the remaining characters in the longer word. So I hope that you understood the program and logic. So practice it, and it's this kind of questions will be available in ISC board theory examinations, and you should be ready to write the classes, methods, data members, function calls, and everything, right? So many such videos are waiting to be uploaded. So keep on watching. Happy programming. Thank you.